yeah, you're right. I mean, you're much better than I am, and you couldn't do it. How could I even bother trying? People that remind you of your mistakes constantly. Look at how pathetic and weak you are. Look at this mistake you made and this mistake you made. This is the way of winning arguments, by the way. When somebody tries to stand up for themselves, you just remind them of the mistakes they made so they shut up and sit down. So they won't speak up for themselves again. You have no right to stand up for your rights. Look at the mistakes you made. You be quiet. And this is a way of weakening somebody. Then, of course, you can put somebody down even for their future aspirations. Some young girl or boy decides to apply for a college or a university or apply for a better job. And some people in his own family, his own siblings, even loved ones are saying, why are you even bothering? You're not smart enough for that. You know you're not going to get in. You're too weak for that. They want them to feel weak. And you know why people do this? Because they're insecure themselves. Fir'aun is terrified himself. How do I know that Fir'aun himself is scared? Allah says, وَنُرِيَ فِرْعَوْنَ وَهَامَانَ وَجُنُودَهُمَا مِنْهُمْ مَا كَانُوا يَحْذَرُونَ. Allah wanted to show the Pharaoh, among others, what they had been afraid of. The Pharaoh is afraid that this game I'm playing of making people feel weak, if they see past it, they'll realize how weak I actually am. If they see through it, then my entire show is over. So these people, they hide their own weakness by convincing you that you're the one that's pathetic, you're the one that's weak. And you buy into it. When you're beat down enough times and you're told you're powerless and you're incapable, you start accepting that for yourself. People will put you down about your current state. You can't even get a real job. You can't even do this. You can't even do that. Reminding you of your weakness. And you start internalizing it and saying, at one point a person defends themselves. But you do this enough times and they start believing the rhetoric themselves. They start accepting, yeah, I am a loser. I can't do any better. And a self-hate kind of takes over them. And at that point, there's nothing you can do. Other people do this. These are words that I shared, some brief examples I shared with you, that people may use deliberately to hurt your feelings, to make you feel weak, as a means of exercising control. And don't forget this. Everything I'm sharing with you today is actually a person making you feel these things. That's not their goal. Their goal is to get you to submit to them in some way. Their goal is to have you under their control, under their influence in some way. That's the goal. That's the reason this is done. The goal is not to make you feel bad. The goal is to make you submissive and to keep you under control. This is what the Fir'aun was doing. فَأَطَاعُوهُ was the agenda. So they follow him. So they obey him. Now, without realizing it, sometimes you make someone feel weak. You could give somebody a compliment and insult them at the same time. MashaAllah, you're really good at this one thing. And that's a way of saying you're pretty bad at everything. But at least you're good at this one thing. What? I said something nice. But you undermine this person's capabilities. You undermine that. They asked to do more work, and no, but you're really good at that. Why don't you just do that? MashaAllah, you're the best at it. Yet another way you could do it is, oh, here, let me help you. I know that's hard for you.